What is going on, everybody? What is going on? The Catch fam. Hope you guys are doing phenomenal today. Hope everyone is having a great start to their Thanksgiving day. Happy Thanksgiving to every single one of you guys out there. Extremely grateful for the amazing community we have here at the Catch Fantasy Football. I look forward to talking football with you guys every single day, talking fantasy football with you guys every single day. And the channel would not be here without your guys' support. So just want to say I am incredibly thankful for each and every member of this community. Really, really appreciate everything you guys do for the Catch fam. Love you guys, man. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys. I hope everyone enjoys a nice day off with family and loved ones. And I hope you guys eat some good food and watch some great football today. So you guys know what time it is, baby. Time for some live week 12 fantasy Q&A. So hop in the live chat. Let me know what's popping. Let me know what you guys need. Hit that like button if you are new to the channel. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Hit the like button either way. Don't have to be new to the channel. Let's get a ton of likes on the stream today. It's a Thanksgiving stream, and hop in the live chat, man. Let me know what you guys need. Start, sits, ads, drops, waiver wire questions, potentially roster confidence, roster non-confidence, Thanksgiving Day game questions. We're going to talk a little bit about the Thanksgiving Day matchups. We talked a little bit about them last night, but we got three pretty impactful games when it comes to fantasy football today. So we got a lot to get into. We're going to stream until about 12:30, when the games kick off, and we're going to have some fun, talk some fantasy football. So like I said, guys, hop in the live chat. Let's get to it, man. And of course, please, what are you eating today? Let me know your favorite Thanksgiving Day meal. Well, not meal, food. I personally, I'm a fan of the sides. Okay, so I like my mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, green bean casserole, sweet potato casserole, and rolls. Gotta have me some rolls. I go ham on the sides, but I'm actually doing just ham this year, no turkey, so I like ham. Call me crazy, but let me know, what are you guys eating today? And of course, on Discord, we're running a Thanksgiving Day giveaway. So if you guys are not already part of the Discord, make sure to join. Link is in the description down below. Most of you guys have already joined, but completely free to join, of course, and it's a great resource for you guys to talk fantasy football and to reach us when we're not streaming in and get really the best community updates. But post a picture of your Thanksgiving Day meal for a chance to win a prize. All right, let's hop in the live chat. Let's get right to it. All right, Sport Dog, what's good, bro? How are you doing, man? Happy Thanksgiving to you. Happy PPR. Need 2 wide receivers and 2 flex. I have Gabe Davis, Palmer, Ayuk, Chris Olave, Rondo Moore, or Christian Watson. Whoo! All right, half PPR. I think you got to start Brandon Ayuk right now. And I go Chris Olave here. So I would start those 2 as your primary receivers. And then you're in between a lot of players for the flex. Like Josh Palmer had a really good week last week. Pretty decent matchup this week. Rondo Moore a little bit banged up. So maybe he gets the X here. But Christian Watson, of course, bringing a ton of upside too. So you've got like a lot of moves for upside at the flex position there. I'd probably go Gabe Davis. I think that the Bills are going to have a good day today. So I'd probably go Olave, Ayuk, and Davis, but you could certainly go with Palmer or Watson in the flex there as well. Rob, what's going on, man? Happy Thanksgiving to you. Hello, hello, hello. Derek in the house. What's up, bro? Happy Thanksgiving, bro. Hope you and the family are doing well. Hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving, man. Rob, Sutton or Palmer? I probably go Palmer. Like, the way you got to look at this is Sutton's bringing that floor. He's a safe play. He's got a good enough matchup against the Panthers. Doesn't bring a whole lot of upside unless he scores, and he hasn't scored a lot of the year. So I probably go Palmer. Just more upside overall, He looked great last week. Maybe keep an eye on things, right? If Mike Williams is good to go, maybe that takes away some of Palmer's potential upside. But he looked really good as the wide receiver 2 on the field. And even at the beginning of the game when Williams was active with Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, and Palmer out there, Palmer had the big play for a touchdown. So I do like Palmer this week. It gets the Cardinals. Things look good there for me. I'd probably go Palmer. Derek cooking now. Let's go, man. Let's go. Yeah, I'm going to start cooking after the stream. I'm excited. Making mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, ham, green bean casserole. I got a can of cranberry sauce. We're leaving for the beach Saturday, so we really tried to limit how much we're making. I have a feeling I'm going to be bringing some food into work and giving it away for the week. Juke, what's up, bro? Happy Thanksgiving to you, my dude. What's up, bro? Tristan, what's going on, man? Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone in the chat. I'm probably going to say that like 1,000 times a day. Tristan, would you make any changes? ETN, Walker, D-Hop, and Lamb. Who would you flex? I got Pittman, Mixon, Godwin, Cook. Ooh. Yeah, I would keep your primary starters in ETN, Walker, D-Hop, Lamb. The flex, you have a lot of good options here. You know, I'd like to say Mixon, but he's got a bad matchup and he's still dealing with the concussion, right? So, you know, Pittman has a really good matchup here. A really good matchup here. But I feel like I want to go Godwin or Cook. I mean, Tristan, you're in a really good position because your primary starters look great. You know, and Cook's got a tough matchup, but like I still believe in Cook on the day. You know? Ultimately, the safest start is probably Godwin against the Browns. Who are you leaning towards? You really can't. I mean, you really can't go wrong, man. The problem is I can see any of these players outscoring each other. You know, Cook's got a tough matchup. Mixon's got a tough matchup, concussed. Godwin and Pittman have pretty good matchups. Pittman has the best matchup out of all the players, but he also just doesn't bring a very high ceiling. So let me know who you're leaning towards, Tristan. I'd probably go Godwin. Just a safe start. You've got really good value in your running back and receiver positions outside of that. Juked at flex, Jeff Wilson, Najee, Jamal Williams, Evans. I got to go Jeff Wilson. I believe in Jamal Williams on the day, but and I think Najee is actually probably going to have a good game too. And Evans is fine, but I got to go Jeff Wilson. Jeff Wilson is a must-start player for me against the Houston Texans. Worst team in the league against the running back position. I got to go Jeff Wilson. Nick, what's up, man? Happy Thanksgiving to you. Swift or Metcalf? I personally go Metcalf. Metcalf's got the Raiders. Good matchup. Swift's upside lately has been very low, you know. Even if he's hitting double digits, it's on the lower end of things. So I go Metcalf. Matt, what's up, bro? Happy Thanksgiving, man. Which two to play? One flex, one wide receiver. Lazard, Lockett, DJ Moore. Sam Darnold is back. Hollywood Brown, Fournette, Foreman, Burks. I go Lockett for sure. I mean, I know Lockett was on bye last week, so it's a little easy to forget about him, but let's not forget about Tyler Lockett, what he brings to the table. Missed last week due to the bye, but still your wide receiver 12 on the season in PPR and a good matchup against the Raiders. So I like Lockett. I like Lockett and Metcalf this week, guys. But I go Lockett here. You got an interesting decision because like you're saying here, you've got Hollywood Brown probably on a pitch count if he does play. DJ Moore has shown good chemistry in the past with Darnold, but he gets a really bad matchup against the Broncos and Pat Surtain. So I probably wouldn't go with him. And then Lazard's a little banged up, and his upside lately has been really capped by Christian Watson, and he's in a bad matchup against the Eagles, right? So then you've got Fournette, Foreman, and Burks, who all have their own issues. So you got a really tough decision to make, you know. I might go Burks, you know. It's a fun start. Against the Bengals, they have played well against the position, but they've also allowed for pretty high-scoring games as of late, you know? So I don't mind Treylon Burks. I don't mind Lazard. I wouldn't go Foreman. I don't think he's going to have a good game. Don't like the game script for Foreman. I don't like the matchup. Fournette is an option against the Browns as well. I don't want to rule Fournette out, but there's also a strong chance that Fournette does not play. You know, from what I've read. So I'm between Lazard and Burks there, Matt. How do you feel about it, bro? Steven, happy Thanksgiving to you, my dude. What's up? Do you think the Bills-Lions game is a shootout? I certainly hope so. I'm certainly hoping for a lot of points today. But both the Giants, I'll say this much. The Giants-Cowboys game and the Patriots-Vikings game both have more of an opportunity to turn defensive, in my mind, as opposed to Buffalo and Detroit. Buffalo's secondary has really been hurting lately, and we know the story with Detroit's defense. Although they looked good last week, and they looked good, 3 weeks ago against the Packers. But ultimately, a short week, I think that yeah, if there's going to be one shootout today, I'll go Buffalo, Detroit. You know, it's kind of easy to overlook Detroit's offense because they have struggled in terms of like winning football games this year, but they've also put up a lot of points overall in the season. So I'm crossing my fingers for a shootout, but that's the way I'm looking at it. Albert, happy Thanksgiving to you, bro. Welcome to it. Let's hear pick 2, full PPR, Myers, Boyd, Campbell, Pacheco, Mitchell, and Judy. What's up, Ural? Happy Thanksgiving to you. I'll give Boyd another shot. I'm not giving up on Tyler Boyd. Burnt us last week, but he gets another good matchup against the Titans. There's 2 players that come to mind here because Judy we don't have a full update on yet, but Judy is a player you can consider. Let me double check on the Judes. He did not practice yesterday, so we'll have to keep an eye on him, but he's still someone to consider if he's healthy. But I do like Jacoby Myers on a weekly basis, but I also think Paris Campbell brings a lot of nice upside against that Pittsburgh Steelers secondary that's just been atrocious this year. So I go Boyd, and then if you want kind of a floor play, go Myers. If you want a little bit more risk but more upside, go with Campbell. Blurpy, what's up, man? Happy Thanksgiving to you. Do I trade Kamara for Najee? Probably overreacting, but Najee has a great schedule the rest of the year. Yeah, Najee Harris, a very, very favorable playoff schedule and leading up to the playoffs as well. So I'm not totally against it, but I still think like on a weekly basis, Kamara is going to bring more upside. But when we look at Kamara's schedule, right, he gets San Francisco and Tampa Bay in the next 2 weeks, very unfavorable matchups, and a bye week. So that's like, it's a tough 3 weeks. So I would say like, if you need to win now and make a push for the playoffs, you can definitely consider it. But on the other end, if you think you're getting into the playoffs, I'd probably hold Kamara because week 15 he gets Atlanta, week 16 he gets Cleveland. Like those are 2 games where Kamara could have close to 30 points, if not more. You know, like those are the type of matchups that Kamara does Alvin Kamara things. You know what I'm saying? As long as he's fully healthy. Week 17 he gets the Eagles, not a great matchup, but even then that's still a game you can start Kamara in. You know, so there's 2 ways to look at it, but I don't disagree like with what you're saying on Najee Harris. In the next 3 weeks, Alvin Kamara's upside is extremely capped. But when we look at Harris, he gets Indy, Atlanta, good matchups. Baltimore, bad matchup. Carolina, Las Vegas, bad matchups. Good matchups for Carolina and Las Vegas, and then a bad matchup against Baltimore in week 17. So it just kind of depends. I would say if you need to win now, you can definitely consider it. If not, I'd probably hold on to Kamara just for those 2 matchups in the playoffs. All right. Let's see here. W234, happy Thanksgiving to you. Who am I starting this week? Connor, Murray, Mostart, Lockett, Godwin, Campbell, Samuel, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, a flex, and half PPR. So half PPR, we always want to look to the running back position, but you do have some good receivers available here as well. I'm probably going Connor, Murray, Mostart, Lockett, and Debo. If Debo's not good to go, I'll go Campbell. You know, half PPR, we're hunting for those touchdowns, so Godwin loses a little bit of value. The running back position holds more value. Connor and Murray, I would fire up, and I'd fire up Mostart in the flex against the Texans. I think coming out of this game, Jeff Wilson and Raheem Mostart can both have double digits. And Lockett gives you a better chance to score. Debo is just a player you have to start, but he's always dealing with an injury. Looks like he's got a little bit of a hamstring issue right now. No surprise. If he's good to go, you start him. If not, go with Paris Campbell. Bring some nice upside. Andrew, what's going on? Hope you're doing well. Happy Thanksgiving. Quick question. Gabe Davis or Michael Pittman? Well, I'll put it this way. Gabe Davis gives you the upside, but he gives you the risk, right? I mean, you know what you're getting when you start Gabe Davis. You might get 20-plus points. You might get 5 points. You know, it's like, it's always risky. That's all it is, right? Michael Pittman, on the other hand, holds a really safe floor. You know, just super safe start on the week. And he gets a good matchup as well. The Steelers secondary has played very bad. So it's close, but I would just say if you want to go for a floor play, if you're not as confident in the rest of your roster and you feel like you need to secure some points, go Pittman. If you feel like the rest of your roster looks really good, go Gabe Davis. Get that upside. Sport Dog, my 12-team half PPR need 2 wide receivers and a flex. I have Olave, Watson, Campbell, Landry, or more. Have a great day, John. Watching the games. Don't forget to enjoy a great meal. Oh, I'll be eating good today, bro. But I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And I hope you enjoy the games and enjoy some food today as well. I go Olave. Go Watson. And go Campbell. Yeah. I mean, you got some upside. You got some risk here with Watson and Campbell, but I say start him. Good matchup for Campbell. Watson's been on fire, even in a tough matchup, and you got to start Olave. Nick, Pacheco or Swift? That's a tough one. I might go Swift there. The one thing the Rams have done right is play well against the run. And, like, this looks like a matchup where the Chiefs are going to be able to throw the football often and early and have success. And, I mean, you could look at it in the light that, like, Pacheco is going to finish the game out. But Pacheco hasn't held a ton of upside ultimately. Like, he's not really getting that red zone usage. He's hoping to drive the football down the field. So it's very close. I see a pretty similar floor and ceiling for both of them, man, to be honest. How do you feel about it, Nick? Tristan, I was thinking Pittman or Godwin because of the matchups. I might go safe and play Godwin. It's hard to pick. I do think the safest option there is probably Godwin. I would trust your gut there, man. George, you think Joe Mixon and Jamar Chase will play this week? Happy Thanksgiving, man. Happy Thanksgiving to you, George. Thank you. It's possible. I'd be lying if I told you I knew, but Chase, has had a limited return to practice. Mixon has not practiced, still dealing with concussion protocol. I mean, my gut tells me that Chase has a better chance to play than Mixon, But if both of them play, they could easily be on a snap count. If you look at Samaje Perine, he can obviously have success. When you look at the receiving core for the Bengals, they can obviously have success there too, between Higgins and Boyd. So I don't know if we get a full volume out of either player if they do play this week. But they both have a chance for sure. Duck, what's up, man? Why has no one been talking about Juwan Johnson? He's been consistently getting touchdowns like top 10 for tight end scoring. Yeah, we have been talking about Juwan Johnson for weeks. Been one of my favorite streaming tight ends and been on multiple waiver wire videos. And last week I told you guys he needs to be rostered, period. He's your wide receiver 8 in PPR. Wide receiver 8 in PPR. It's crazy, man. He's got 5 touchdowns in his last 5 games. And a really bad performance against the Raiders, but who cares? Since week 7, he's had 12 or more fantasy points every game except for week 8. Tough matchup this week against the Niners. They have played well against position, but the Rams have played well against position. He had 13.7 points last week against them. He gets Tampa Bay, a good matchup. Actually, they haven't played well against position. A bye week, then he gets Atlanta, Cleveland, and Philly, a pretty favorable schedule. He absolutely deserves to be rostered. According to the Sleeper app, he's still only rostered in 43% of leagues. That needs to change. If he's available, go pick him up. I mean, the tight end position does not give you a lot of consistency ever, unless you have Travis Kelce, right? So keep in mind, with that being said, I won't be surprised if Juwan Johnson has a bad game or two left on the season, but he's got some really favorable matchups, so it's a good call. Fran, what's up, man? Happy Thanksgiving. Duck, happy Thanksgiving to you as well. I'm trying to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Rest of the season, Cook or Jalen Waller? Why can't I remember his last name? It's not Warren. Jalen Warren, it is. Jalen Warren. It's tough to say. You're running a handcuff situation either way here, so you're kind of leaning on either player to get hurt at the end of the day between Singletary and Harris. I'd probably go Warren because it looks like Pittsburgh has wanted to get him involved consistently, where Cook has just got a little bit of involvement in the last week or so. Ultimately, when we look at the whole season, I know there's been some sprinkles here and there, but it's a really tough call. I think both are really solid handcuffs, Fran. How do you feel about it? I trust your gut. Mel, what's up, man? Happy Thanksgiving to you. Happy Gobble Gobble Day. Need help in 10-team PPR league. Please rank Godwin, Olave, St. Brown, Kamara, and Pollard. Either be wide receiver 2, RB2, or flex, depending on this week's rank. Forgot to add Connor, and I'll have Walker as the RB1. All right, so I go Olave as your wide receiver 2. I go Pollard as your RB2. And I go St. Brown. I mean, Godwin's still got a good matchup. Kamara's still Kamara. He's got a bad matchup. Connor's fine. I mean, Connor's actually got a really good matchup. We probably need to try and fire up Connor this week. That's tough. That's tough. I like Pollard a lot. Like, I'm not getting off the Pollard train. And I think you have to start Olave, but I also think St. Brown's going to have a really good day. So, I do like Connor this week, though. It's down to those 4. How do you feel about it, Mel? Abraham, what's going on? Hello, hello. Happy Thanksgiving. Najee, Sanders, Boyd, Sutton, Pittman. 1 RB and 1 flex. Full PPR. Got Jacobs, Terry, and JJ starting. Must win this week. I'm 5 and 6. Ooh, pressure's on. 1 RB, 1 flex. I go Najee over Sanders. I think Najee's going to have a good Monday night game. Boyd, Sutton, Pittman. You got good matchups for all these guys. I personally like Boyd the most. I know he's coming off a bad game. I mean, also keep in mind if Chase plays, maybe you want to go with one or the other. But like Sutton and Pittman are very close for me. Like, it's very similar floors. Both have good matchups, so I think a close ceiling for both of them this week. It's very close. Pittman's got the best matchup. I'll say that much. If you need to win this week, maybe you go Pittman. But Boyd and Sutton are fine. How do you feel about it, Abraham? Nick with the super chat. Let's go, bro. Thank you so much for the $5 dono. You know what that means. You know what that means. It means turkeys in the chat. I gotta find turkeys. I will find. There we go. Turkeys in the chat. Thank you so much for the super chat, bro. Super chat, bro. I really appreciate it. Nick, what's up, man? Happy Thanksgiving to you, bro. Thank you so much. Walker, ETN. Ooh. Hawkinson or Kittle? Really bringing the pressure at the $5 dono. Believe it or not, man, I'd probably go Walker here. And I like both Walker and ETN, but the Ravens' run defenses look good. So I'd probably go Walker against the Raiders. But, like, could either player outscore each other? Yes, 100%. I mean, could either of these tight ends outscore each other? Yeah. But I like Hawkinson a lot tonight. The Patriots have not played very well against tight end position. I like Hawkinson. I think he's a safe start. So, I mean, I love me some Kittle. The Saints have played well against the tight end position. Does it matter? Probably not. But ultimately, boils down to matchups here. I'll go Walker and Hawkinson. But come on. We all know that either of these players can outscore each other. You know? But I think the safest starts are probably Walker and Hawkinson. How do you feel about it, Nick? Nick, thank you so much for the super chat, bro. Happy Thanksgiving to you, bro. Appreciate you, man. All right, let's see. Let me try. I don't know. I'm super behind, guys. If you guys do want your question answered right away, you can send a super chat. But if not, don't worry about it. I will get through the chat. I promise. It just takes me a minute. All right. Peyton, would you start Foreman or Singletary? I'd start Singletary for sure. Singletary, great matchup against the Lions. I know their run defense looked good last week, but I still go Singletary. And Foreman, I just don't like this game script against the Ravens. So, give me Singletary. Andrew, I have D-Hop and Tyreek as my other 2 receivers, so would you just go ahead and take a chance with Gabe Davis? Yeah. Take the upside, man. I mean, come on. D-Hop and Tyreek, yeah, that's beautiful, bro. Beautiful. Would you put Devonta Smith at flex or Watson? It's so close, man. You get such a similar push for upside and such a similar risk overall with both those guys. You know? It's close. I would roll with whoever you feel better about, but I might go Watson because he looks like the red zone target for Rodgers right now, but it's close. I mean, Smith holds a better matchup technically, but I might go Watson. It's tough. Watson looks like the red zone target, like a lock, and then Smith is tied to the better offense. It's very close. Both teams have played pretty well against opposing receivers. The Eagles have played better, though. Sport Dog, I picked up Rashad White, dropped Dillon, a good move. Plan on starting White and Eckler. My 8 team sitting. Mixon need a concussion. I could go with Mike Williams. What do you think? I'm still worried about Mike Williams. Re-aggravating the ankle sprain and everything. I'm worried about him. So I think Rashad White and Eckler look better to me. DJ Duvernay, happy Thanksgiving to you, man. Hope your day is blessed as well. Henderson or Breida handcuff stash as a Barkley and ETN owner. Not much popping on waivers and playoffs are getting close. I will go Hendo. Go Hendo. I think he's going to be a pretty clear-cut handcuff there. But Breida's fine, too. Nick, Jefferson for Waddle and Connor. Oh, depends on the rest of your roster. I don't know if I'm trading Jefferson, but getting Waddle is not too bad. Bully McGuire, what's up, man? I love the name, bro. Great reference. Start 2, flex 1. Stephon Diggs, Hill, JJ Chubb. I mean, you really can't go wrong here. Any of these players can outscore each other, but I'd probably take the receiver upside. I'd probably go Diggs, Hill, and JJ and sit Chubb, but you can't go wrong there. Derek Carter, Rashad White, Kyron Williams, or Edwards. Michael Carter. Yeah, give me Carter against the Bears. Rashad White's not bad against the Browns, but give me Carter. I think both are pretty solid starts. Definitely the two players I go with there. Duvernay, do you think Gabe Davis or Diggs will have a better game today? Are you scared about Barkley at all today because of his starting O-line is out? I am a little worried about Barkley, and I'm worried about the matchup too, even if his O-line was healthy. But, like, I still think you have to start Barkley. I'm starting him in a league today. So it's really tough between Davis and Diggs. Diggs brings the safer floor. Davis brings the risk and upside. So depends on how you want to play it. But if you own Diggs, you got to start Diggs. My gut says Diggs, but, like, Davis can do Davis things anytime. Jason Schultz or Fearmouth? I go Fearmouth by a hair, but both are fine starts. Derek, Noah Fant, Logan Thomas, or Moreau? Whew. Logan Thomas or Foster Moreau. Both are fine. I go Foster Moreau. The Seahawks have been awful against the position. Give me Foster Moreau. Senior Cinnabon, what's up, bro? Happy Thanksgiving to you, man. It's going well. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone in the chat. If I didn't say happy Thanksgiving to you already. Sport Dog. I picked up Jawan Johnson just in case Njoku isn't ready. Johnson's been very safe. Any word on Njoku? Don't have exact word. Let's see. Did not practice Wednesday. I mean, I really think Njoku can have a really good week if he's good to go. But if you have Jawan Johnson as a security option, that's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. Deshaun, start 2, flex 1, Mike Evans, Amari Cooper, Paris Campbell, Christian Watson, Rashad White, DPJ. Oh, goodness. Evans, Cooper, and go with a little bit of risk with Watson and the flex, you know. Campbell's kind of similar in terms of upside and everything, but Evans and Cooper, then Campbell or Watson in the flex. As long as it's full PPR. Oh, it is full PPR. Yeah. Go with the receivers there. Derek Sutton, Watson, Pickens. I go Pickens. I think Pickens is going to have a good game. It's a tough matchup, but the Steelers, once again, will be playing from behind in my eyes. Pickens is going to get a lot of targets. He's a good play in full PPR. Watson does bring upside, though, if you want a little bit of, you know, you kind of got, like, Sutton brings a safe floor, but not a lot of upside, and Judy could be back. Watson brings the risk and all the upside. Pickens is kind of in between. Like, he brings a pretty safe floor, but still brings upside at the same time. So I go Pickens, but there's an argument for any of those players, Derek. Nick, it's very close, man. Depends on the rest of your roster there, bro. But it's not the worst trade. I mean, Waddle's like your wide receiver 6. JJ's your wide receiver 3. So it's close there. And you get Connor. Like, it depends. How badly do you need the additional running back? So it depends on the rest of the roster. Tommy, what's up, bro? Flex, full PPR, Devonta Smith, DJ Moore, Pacheco, or Fournette, Schultz or Njoku. Right now, I'm probably leaning Schultz because we don't know if Njoku's going to play. Schultz brings a really safe floor. It's a good matchup for him as well. Or a good enough matchup. Flex, I'd probably go Devonta Smith in full PPR. But I'd probably rank him Devonta Smith, Fournette, Pacheco, DJ Moore. DJ Moore, a really bad matchup today. Mel, Olave's inconsistent usage scares me. That's fair. I had Walker, Pollard, Diggs, Godwin, and between Olave, Kamara, St. Brown, the flex. It's definitely tough. You got a lot of good options. I think after last week, I'm no longer worried about Olave. I think we learned our lesson. that Olave is just a player that needs to be in your starting lineups. I mean, you guys got to think, like, every receiver has bad weeks, you know? Like, really, when we look back, I mean, there are obviously receivers who limit their bad weeks, like Cooper Kupp when he's healthy, JJ. I mean, but you look at JJ, like, he still has 2 bad games on the season, right? Jamar Chase, Devontae Adams still has 2 single-digit performances on the season. Stephon Diggs has hit double digits every game this year, and that's why he's wide receiver 1 in fantasy. Tyreek Hill still has 1 5.3 performance in week 3, but outside of that, no single-digit performances. So, like, every receiver still has bad games except for, like, the top 2 guys, you know. So I wouldn't, like, panic on Olave, because when we look at him overall in the season, just 2 games where he's hit single digits in full PPR. And one of those is a 9.1 performance. Then he missed week 6. And then week 10, he had 7 points, right? And that's when everyone got spooked. That's when we considered sitting him against the Rams. And then he showed us why we don't sit Chris Olave. So I would keep Olave in your lineup. But you have a lot of good options, Mel. So, like, if you got a lot of good options. Like, I don't think, Walker, Pollard, Diggs, Godwin is really nice. St. Brown's a great flex. I think Olave is a really good flex too. So you really can't go wrong. I would actually consider sitting Kamara because of that matchup against the Niners. James, thank you so much for the super chat, man. You know what that means? Turkeys in the chat for James. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you, man. Dameon Pierce, Pickens, Watson, Garrett Wilson. Is it full PPR? I probably go Pickens. You know, I want to go Garrett Wilson. I do. But it's a tough matchup this week. I will say, guys, the Jets receivers have a lot of good matchups coming up. But they do have a little bit of a tough matchup this week. What am I saying? No, the Jets play the Bears. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I keep thinking the Jets are still playing the Patriots. And as soon as I start, I don't know. I don't know why I keep thinking that. The Patriots already played. It's full PPR. Okay, thank you, James. All right, if we're picking 2, I want to start Pickens this week. I really do. Go Pickens and Garrett Wilson for the safest floor and still a good amount of upside. If you want a little bit more upside, then maybe go Christian Watson over whichever receiver you have less confidence in. I would sit Dameon Pierce against the Commanders' run defense, though, with a backup quarterback. You know? Oh my gosh, they're playing Miami. What is wrong with my brain? Is apparently not working today. But still, I still sit Dameon Pierce with a backup quarterback against the Miami Dolphins defense. I am so sorry. So, apparently I'm stuck in last week. I probably, if it's my roster, James, I had Pickens and Wilson in, but Watson brings a lot of nice upside. So if there's one of those 2 receivers you don't feel as confident in, Pickens still has a bad matchup on paper, but I just think it's a good game script where the Colts are going to have to throw the football against the Steelers, Monday Night Football, all that good stuff. So Wilson with a quarterback change should see more upside against the Bears. The Bears' run defense is weaker than their ability to cover the receiver position, but they've still been very bad against the receiver position. So I'd probably go Pickens and Wilson. You know, I would probably just go Watson, but he gets the Eagles defense, you know. So it's not a great matchup, but Watson still brings a lot of upside. So sitting Pierce, probably go Pickens and Wilson, but you can consider Watson here. So let me know how you feel about it, James. Thank you so much for the super chat, bro. Sorry my brain had a hiccup there. All right. Making my way through the chat. Let's go. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. Guys, I haven't seen enough food talk in the chat. What are you guys eating today? I need to know. Gob, happy Thanksgiving, John. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Gob. What's up, bro? Great to see you. Saquon or Walker? Ooh. I'll go Walker. I get so scared sitting a guy like Saquon. Walker has a good matchup, though. Oh, give me Walker. Don't be surprised if Saquon balls out. If you're going to sit a player of Saquon's caliber, even in a bad matchup, even missing offensive linemen, just don't be surprised. Debo or Connor? We got to pay attention to Debo's injury. I think ultimately he's going to be good to go. But, man, he gets the Saints. allowing the 7th most points to receivers. Probably go Debo. But Connor has a really good matchup. But I'm not starting Connor over Saquon or Walker. But Connor against the Chargers is a good start. Even with Colt McCoy if he's a quarterback. But I got to go Debo. Debo and Walker. But if Debo doesn't play, you can go Connor for sure. Pittman or Gabe Davis? Pittman for floor, Gabe Davis for upside. But Davis also brings a risk. Abraham, I'm going to lead to starting Najee and Pittman. Making my roster Prescott, Jacobs, Najee, JJ, Terry, Pat, Fearmouth, Pittman, and Bass. That's fine. How do you feel about playing 3 guys Monday night? Should be fine. Monday night usually more favorable, you know, in terms of a long week as opposed to a short week for Thursday night football. Traded Monty and Mariota for Dak. Needed to make an upgrade. That's fine. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Thoughts on DJ Chark's role in the Lions offense going forward? I want to see it happen first. I mean, he had some success early in the year, don't get me wrong. So he's a talented receiver. I'm not counting him out. But and by early success, I mean week 1 against Philly. So keep an eye on him. I mean, if you have room on your roster and you want to pick him up, that's okay. But I would have low expectations, to be honest. Josh Reynolds is coming back as well, which is a good. I mean, both those receivers coming back, right? Because DJ Chark removed from the injury report. Josh Reynolds good to go. You know, you still got Khalif Raymond, who's a serviceable receiver. And then you got J-Mo coming back at some point. I think he practiced this week a little bit. So that's huge for the Giants. Or the Giants. That's huge for the Lions. And Brock Wright has played okay at tight end. And I feel like they had another tight end. No? Just Brock Wright. He's played okay with Hawkinson's departure. So I don't know. We could see some more volume overall for the passing game for the Lions. It's a good call, Christian. Finn, should I start Dak or wait to see if Fields plays? I would start Dak because it is a bad matchup for Fields. I just start Dak. I would. All right, Jay Got Soul TV. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. I appreciate you. Turkey's in the chat for Jay. All right, let's get into the question. Nervous. Would you pivot from Dalvin to Mostert? Also, spin up on Burks. Are you playing them over Devonta, Watson, or DPJ? Thanks and go Bills. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Jay. This is tough here because Dalvin's got a bad matchup for sure. You know, it's a bad matchup against the Patriots. There's no way around it, right? He's your wide receiver 12. He's your running back 12 on the season. He had a bad matchup last week and didn't play so well. You know, but he had a bad matchup in week 10 and played really well. He's your running back 12 on the season. It's just tough. Just tough. I mean, literally, New England is the best team in the league from a fantasy perspective against opposing running backs. It's just so hard to sit a guy like Cook. And then when we look at Mostert for, you know, and Jeff Wilson at the same time, because you kind of have to. I really do believe that Jeff Wilson and Mostert can come out of this game with double digits. Okay, they played Cleveland in week 10, a bad team against opposing running backs. Jeff Wilson had 22.3 points. Mostert had 18.7. In week 9, they played Chicago. Mostert had just 8.6 points, but he did score a touchdown. And Jeff Wilson had 16.2 points in that game. They get the Houston Texans, the worst team in the league against opposing running backs this week. So it's a far more favorable matchup for Mostert. And I do truly believe that Wilson and Mostert can come out of this game with double digits. The upside ultimately goes to Jeff Wilson. But Mostert can have a perfectly fine game too. The other issue here is Mostert is banged up at the moment. He's questionable going into week 12. So you've got that risk, you know, if you do lean on Mostert. Very, very close here, man. This one is almost like too close for me to want to make a for sure call. Chat, who would you start? Dalvin Cook against the Patriots or Mostert against the Texans? It's a tough decision, Jay. Who are you leaning towards? It's very tough. Honestly, I would probably pull the trigger and say Mostart if he wasn't questionable. Because what I do worry about is that you get stuck not being able to start Mostart. And you could have already started Cook. I mean, it's literally the worst matchup possible for Cook. But I think that my gut is telling me to go Cook here. Am I starting Burks over Devonta, Watson, or DPJ? Listen, I've been all for Donovan Peoples-Jones all season long. I mean, we've had DPJ in the waiver wire video like week after week after week, and I finally just said last week, I'm no longer talking about DPJ. He needs to be rostered in full PPR. But it's supposed to be a rain game. It's supposed to be a rainy game. Let's double check. And that could limit some upside there. Browns, Buccaneers, weather. Let's take a look at the weather report. Gosh, this is a bright screen. There's over a 50% of rain and winds around 20 miles per hour in store for the Buccaneers-Browns matchup. I would not start kickers in that game. So for me, I might go Burks over DPJ because of the weather. Yeah. And that's my call there. And I like DPJ. But, you know, Devonta Smith, a tough matchup. Watson, a tough matchup. They bring you a lot of upside. They bring you a lot of risk, but a lot of upside. Then I'd probably go Burks in the flex. So, how do you feel about it, man? Let's go Dalvin Cook, Burks over DPJ. Very tough calls there, Jay. Very tough calls. I appreciate the super chat, man. Let me know what you think about the answers. While we have the weather report up, a 50 to 65% chance of rain and winds in the 10 to 15 mile per hour range awaits the Bears-Jets matchups. Falcons-Commanders. Chance of rain and winds. Broncos-Panthers, 15% chance of rain, low winds. Raiders-Seahawks. Ooh. That's supposed to be a rainy game. We have to pay attention to that. A lot of these weather reports we still want to pay attention to until Thursday. Excuse me, until Sunday. I'm sorry. So we'll keep an eye on things there for sure. And you guys know we usually go over. I won't be streaming Sunday more than likely. We'll see. We'll see. Saturday, I don't know. I'm going to the beach Saturday. We'll have to see what happens. All right. I need to catch up with the chat. Bully McGuire, I'm just kidding. I was like, damn. Well, I mean, hey, man, we see some crazy rosters for like 8-team leagues, and we even have people who played 6-team leagues. So, Cedar Cinnabon, is it worth trading Jamal Williams and Terry for Godwin? No. I wouldn't do that. No. Bully, what do you think of my team? We got Dak, JT, Mixon, Diggs, Metcalf, Schultz, Harris. I have Hollywood replace Najee at flex once he's back. Happy Thanksgiving, bro. Happy Thanksgiving to you, man. I appreciate that. Team looks very solid, and I wouldn't worry. I mean, Najee's upcoming schedule is very, very favorable, so I wouldn't worry too much about Najee. You know, rest Hollywood while you need to. So, team looks great to me, bro. Yeah. God, thank you for being here today, man. That guy, Allen or Glennon? I would go Mike Glennon. Graham, start to flex PPR. Najee Harris, Antonio Gibson, DeAndre Swift, Pacheco, Smith, Palmer. Believe it or not, I do like Harris this week. I'd probably go Najee Harris, Antonio Gibson in a good matchup. I like Gibby this week. It's the Falcons. And I go Josh Palmer in the flex. Happy Paul, who would you take in the trade? Cooper or AJ Brown? Brown. But I do like Cooper a lot. Vic, happy Thanksgiving to you, bro. Should I go with running back non-PPR, Monty or Williams? I go Jamal Williams. Go Jamal Williams. More likelihood of a shootout there. Christian, what's up, man? Need a flex and one to drop for defense. So we got Burrow, Jacobs, Monty, JJ Hill, Higgins, Hurst. So we're probably looking to the bench here. Herbert, Madison, Samuel, Boyd, Kyron Williams, Algier, London, Shark. Tough. I mean, you need some running back help because your RB2 is Monty. So, like, holding on to Madison, Kyron Williams, and Algier probably makes sense. I mean, looking at your receivers, though, with JJ and Hill and Higgins, I'm probably dropping DJ Chark. You know, keep Samuel, keep Boyd, keep London. We've seen enough production, even with London having struggles in that offense. I don't know if London's struggling, just the offense is awful. But I probably drop Chark. Like, you got to drop a receiver here. You need the running back help. You don't need the receiver help. If you want to see how Chark plays, I mean, maybe you drop... It's not like you need London. You know, it just depends. Who do you like more? I'd probably keep London. Drop Chark. Your receivers look great. George, need 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, and a flex. Brown, Higgins, Evans, Barkley, Walker, Pierce, Williams. Yeah, I mean, you're in a great position here, Cook. George, I don't know why I called you by your last name. I start Brown, start Higgins. Flex, Evans. Give me Walker. You got a really tough position. You got to start Walker. I said Pierce against Miami, the backup quarterback. I mean, I don't know if he can play any worse than Davis Mills, but still. It's Barkley or Jamal Williams. I think you got to go Barkley. I think you have to go Barkley, but if you want to go Jamal Williams, you can. But I just am really struggling sitting Saquon Barkley. All right, Jay, we got that one. Finn, Debo or Evans? Debo if he's good to go. Let's see here. Tommy, my other team, full PPR, flex Rashad White, Adam Thielen, Michael Carter, Peoples Jones. I would go with Rashad White or Michael Carter, whoever you feel better about. Both have very favorable matchups. Higbee or the Muth? I go Fearmouth. Give me Fearmouth. Backup quarterback to the backup quarterback for the Rams. Space Ghost, I asked Jimmy G or Kyler Murray last night, and he thought I said Kirk Cousins. Oh. Still Jimmy G? Yes, still Jimmy G for me. Much safer start. We're on the go. What's up, man? Welcome to it. What up, what up? Happy Thanksgiving. Food and football. How could you hate Thanksgiving? How could you? How could you? Happy Thanksgiving to you guys. I appreciate you guys spending part of your holiday here at the channel. Make sure you guys hit that like button if you haven't done so already. Flexing Kirk over St. Brown. I mean, both are really good starts, Space Ghost. Jay Resume, what's up? Or Jay Resume. Either way. Happy Pair, Gabe or Zeke in the flex. Both are good starts. I think Zeke is much safer. I think Zeke brings a much safer floor. I'd probably go Zeke and have PPR. But Gabe Davis is fine. Just brings a lot of risk if he doesn't score. Anthony, since it's Turkey Day and Cowboys are traditional team play on Thanksgiving, should I start Dak over Geno Smith? Well, the weather is not looking great for that Seahawks game, so maybe you do. I mean, I think Dak's going to have a good game. I don't know if he holds a ton of upside. I'm a little bit worried about the Giants today, but I think Dak's perfectly fine. A safe start, safe floor. So I don't have a problem with it. Ahmed, what's up, man? I have CD, Jamar, and James Conner, Ramondre. Which two do I start? Wow. Start CD Lamb. Yeah, Lamb cooked the Giants last time we played them. And start Ramondre. Because we still don't have, I mean, that's kind of the problem with having 3 games on Thursday. Is like when we're looking at players like Jamar Chase, Hollywood Brown, who we still have question marks around, right? Going into the weekend, you know, we could just end up getting in a position where we are thinking of starting a player and then they don't play. And then you already have a player like CeeDee Lamb or Ramondre Stevenson who did play on Thursday and you can't start him. I'd go CD and Ramondre. But you've got plenty of good options. Jeff, what's up, bro? How do you feel about Amon Ross and Tre'Davious White is back? I would still start him. I'd still start him. But no disrespect to White or anything. Jeff, who would you start this week, Brady or Lamar? I feel like this is usually obvious, but Lamar's been in a slump. I am worried about Lamar, man. Oh, it hurts. Here's the thing, though. If you set Lamar, you just can't be surprised if he has 30 points. You know. But I do like Brady's matchup against the Browns this week. So if you want to go Brady, it's fine. But I might still start Lamar. He's so hard to sit, man. Christian, Nico Collins available on my waiver wire for the Dolphins defense and Carolina Broncos. If you hold both, you can drop the Carolina's Broncos. I'll keep the Dolphins and drop the other defense, but I'm confused about Carolina's Broncos. Is that because the Broncos play Carolina? That's probably what it is. Cedar Cinnamon, have a good Thanksgiving. Talk to you later, bro. I know you're long gone by now. Stober, start 2. Cook, Stevenson, Rashad White, Williams. Give me Stevenson. Give me Cook. Or Jamal Williams. I mean, gosh, who are you leaning towards, Stober? You got such good options there. But I'd start Stevenson for sure. Yeah, Ahmed says it perfectly. Stevenson for sure. The rest are so close. I think Saquon did pretty good against Dallas earlier this year. He did. He absolutely did. But he's missing some starting offensive linemen. I think it's the bigger concern. Stevenson, CD, Jamar. Oh, we hit that one. Bully McGuire. I'd say just stick with Cook, even though Mostert has an amazing matchup. Yeah, most people, looks like you guys are saying go Cook. Bully McGuire, if you all had to say which teams in the NFC are legit, who would you say? I think I have a picture of if the playoffs started like this week, who would be playing, and it's like, it's honestly like I kind of wish that playoffs were just starting this week, because the matchups are like perfect. Where did I put that? There we go. No, that's power rankings from like 2 weeks ago. Well, apparently I can't find this picture. Oh, I found it. All right, so we'd have Cowboys at Bucks, Eagles on a bye, Giants at Niners, Seahawks at Vikings. Honestly, I would say all those teams are legit. But the teams I feel the best about are going to be the Cowboys, Eagles, Niners. I like the Niners right now. For the AFC, we'd have Bills at Ravens with the Chiefs on bye, Patriots at Titans, Bengals at Dolphins. It's like some of those matchups would be so juicy, man. I think the AFC is super close. I think that the Titans would pull through. I think the Bills would pull through. Bengals Dolphins is close, though. Close. That would be a complete toss-up. So, yeah, I mean, hey, I go with teams that would make the playoffs right now. On the outside looking in, I mean, I don't know. I feel like we're starting to carve things out here. Maybe the Packers have a chance. Probably not. No, that's the bad call. I honestly feel like, but every year a crappy team slides through, you know, so we'll see. Jay, I'm sweating, bro, but I don't know if I can sit Cook. I'm there with you. Most starts matchup is just juicy. I'm 8-3 to see the upside. I traded Lamb in CMC for Cook and Saquon. Nice. 2 weeks ago, I've been dart throwing the wide receiver spot and flex. That's a big trade. Trust your gut, bro, whenever it comes down to it. Trust your gut. Let's see here. Clamped, pick 2, Ramondre, Pollard, Jones. Can't really go wrong here. Jones doesn't really matter what match. I go Ramondre and Pollard, but it's close. Oh, we're caught up to the chat. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Bully, appreciate you, bro. Welcome to the channel, man. Great to have you. Claudette, can you please help? Yes, I can. I hope. Depends on what it is. Jay, Hammer Turkey. I'm doing ham today. I'm doing ham. It's gonna be great. I'm excited. Debo or Evans PPR with Waddle at wide receiver 1. Debo if he plays, but he might not. And he's got an afternoon game, 4:25, so it just depends. We're probably gonna have to wait until Sunday to make that call, but Evans is completely fine against the Browns, so I wouldn't worry too much. Keep Waddle in. Lukic, who do I start for RB1 and 2? I have Swift, Jamal Williams, Gibson, Pierce, Pacheco. I go with Jamal Williams and Gibson. Yeah, Gibson, a great matchup. He's been a pretty safe play. I go Jamal Williams over Swift, Pierce, and Pacheco. Lock Guy, what's up? Happy Thanksgiving, bro. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone in the chat. Thank you guys so much for spending part of your holiday here at the channel. T. Higgins or St. Brown? I'll go Higgins. It's close. Close, but I'll go Higgins. Ignatius, what's up, bro? Happy Thanksgiving to you. Gotta choose between Jamar and Tony. I just worry, man. Like, I just worry about if Jamar doesn't play or if he doesn't get a full, full volume out. It's just tough. Tough. Give me Pollard. I just ride the train of Pollard. Just do it. Hop on it. Don't get off. It's tough, man. Both are great starts. You know, it's just so hard to bench a guy like Jamar Chase, but what I do worry about is if he doesn't start. Or if he's on snap count. You know? How do you feel about it, bro? Jay, I'm a ham guy too. Respect you, sir. Let's go. Let's get it. Ham gang. Bully, I'm not a Bills fan, but let's go Diggs. Josh, throw the ball to Diggs. He's the GOAT. I'm sure he will. Diggs looked a little frustrated last week. He wasn't getting as many targets or did fine. It wasn't getting as involved early in the game. So I won't be surprised if Allen and Diggs put on a show to start things off. Bomb, what's up, man? How are you doing? Mike Williams, Lazard, Jacoby Myers. Who should I start? That's tough, man, because Allen Lazard is a little banged up. He's got a tough matchup. Mike Williams is banged up. Matchup doesn't really matter, but I'm worried about Mike Williams. You know, screwed a lot of people last week, re-aggravating the injury. The safest start is Jacoby Myers against the Vikings. So if it's full PPR, I'd probably go Myers. How do you feel about it, bro? If I go Myers, then Lazard, then Mike Williams. You know, I really like Lazard. I've really liked him on the season, but it is a tough matchup. And on top of that, Christian Watson has been limiting his upside as of late. So probably go Myers, then Lazard, then Mike Williams. I'm worried about Mike Williams. I'm sitting him in like 2 leagues. So Lukic with the super chat. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Look at that sticker. That is sick. What is that? What is that stick? Is it a rhino? I can't tell. Thank you so much, man. Happy Thanksgiving to you, bro. I appreciate you. You know what that means. Turkeys in the chat. Jay's already got the turkeys in there. Lukic, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, bro. That sticker is hype, dude. I think we've only had people send stickers like once or twice, so it's cool when they do pop up. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you so much, man. Hope you have a great Thanksgiving, bro. Let me know if you need anything else on the day. All right, let's see here. The Lost Tapes. Welcome to the channel, bro. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button. Welcome to the Catch Fam to you, and thank you to any of the new subscribers today, man. Welcome to the Catch Fam, guys. I appreciate you guys. Happy Thanksgiving, man. All right, start 3 in full PPR. Aaron Jones, Stevenson, Taylor, Pollard, Wilson. Oh, my God. I mean, dude, any of these players can outscore each other. All these players are great starts. Like, you really can't go wrong here. It's super hard to call when we're looking at players of this caliber, you know? You got to start JT. Pretty good matchup against the Steelers. I would start Pollard right now. I'm on the Pollard train. I can't say no to Pollard. It's so tough, man. You can't go wrong. I mean, who are you leaning towards if you have to pick 3? You literally cannot go wrong here. I probably go JT, Pollard, and Jeff Wilson against the Texans. Jeff Wilson's got the best matchup here. But then you're sitting Jones and Stevenson. You know, let's say you start Jones, Stevenson, and JT. You're sitting Pollard and Wilson. Let's say you're starting Jones, JT, and Pollard. You're sitting Jeff Wilson against Texas or Ramondre Stevenson. You're RB9 on the year. It's like, you can't go wrong. You have a beautiful matchup no matter what. You got a beautiful start no matter what. Daniel, would you play Jamal Williams versus Buffalo? I would. I have 4 options for flex. Williams, Ayuk, Sanders, or James Robinson. Happy Thanksgiving. Great channel. Thank you, Daniel. And happy Thanksgiving to you. You know, I like Jamal Williams a lot. I don't have a problem flexing him, but I'd start Brandon Ayuk. Yeah. I'd start Brandon Ayuk. He's a must start at this point in the season. So I go Ayuk, but if you go Williams, that's fine. I definitely go Ayuk or Williams over Robinson or Sanders. Jacob, asked you this yesterday, but I can't decide. Singletary or Gibson in PPR. I'm already starting 3 players on Thanksgiving. Feels weird starting so many today. Then go Gibson. I mean, he's got the Falcons. It's a great matchup. He's been bringing a safe floor as of late. Just go Gibson. It's fine, man. If you don't like that much, you know, potential risk, so to speak, on Thanksgiving, that's fine. That's fine. Trust your gut, man. Go Gibson. I don't have a problem with that. Initially, I'll go Pollard, or if Jamal plays, I could play him over Etienne or Walker. But even then, that's really tough. It is. I go Pollard and Walker, man. It's tough. Where would you rank Hollywood Brown this season, like a top 15 wide receiver or top 20? I'll go top 20 because really tough matchups coming up for the Cardinals. Really, really tough matchups coming up for the Cardinals. And on top of that, we don't know the true status of Kyler Murray. We don't, you know, practice in full as of Wednesday, but like, I don't know. They play the Chargers this week. It is a decent matchup. Then they get a bye week. Then they get New England, Denver, and Tampa Bay. So it's like, then they get Atlanta in week 17, which is very favorable. They end the season outside of fantasy for majority of guys against San Francisco. So it's a tough schedule, man. Tough. And we've got so many other, you know, Rondale Moore, Greg Dortch, excuse me, AJ Green, DeAndre Hopkins. Ertz is gone, but even Connor catches out of the backfield. So, you know, there's a huge connection between Hollywood Brown and Kyler Murray. So important. And he's got a lot of tough matchups. But I've been all for Hollywood Brown like early in the season. Hollywood Brown, one of my favorite weekly starts, so I'm not counting them out. What's up, Wendy Cush? A-Game, what's up, man? Swift or White? Happy Thanksgiving to you, bro. I go White. I go Rashad White against the Browns with things looking down for Leonard Fournette. Santos, what's up, man? Happy Thanksgiving, bro. Trevor Lawrence, in case Fields out, yes. Or Herbert. If Herbert's available, I get Herbert. I mean, I like Lawrence, but if Herbert's available, I go get him. He gets Arizona, Las Vegas, and Miami in the next 3 weeks. All extremely favorable matchups. I go get Herbert. He's still your quarterback 11 on the season. So I go get Herbert. I like him these next couple of weeks. Eugene, Steelers or Bills? Ooh. That's so tough because like the Steelers secondary is so bad. Oh, it's tough, man. I'll go the Bills. It's very close, though. They've been slipping as of late. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Eugene. Lukic, happy Thanksgiving. One last question. Would you play a guy like Cooper, Juju, Pittman over Swift? Yeah, I'd start Cooper. I mean, I'd start any of those players over Swift because his upside's so capped as of late. But I'd start Cooper out of the bunch for sure, Luke. Okay, what's up, man? Patriots or Broncos or Jets? I go the Jets. I like the Patriots tonight, don't get me wrong. Broncos a great defense, not the best fantasy defense, but I go the Jets. More than likely facing a backup quarterback. The defense is humming. Yeah, give me the Jets. LBR, what's up, man? Start Zeke or Jones since Jones is questionable. I probably still lean Aaron Jones. But I do like Zeke today. So if you want to go Zeke, that's fine. Is his upside capped? Yes. Does Pollard hold the upside? Yes. But Zeke is still a safe floor. Zachary, happy Thanksgiving to you, bro. Jamal or Rashad White? It's tough because I think if Fournette sits, which there is a possibility he sits, then I probably want to go I probably want to go Rashad White against the Browns, which you don't exactly know. And I still like Jamal Williams today, even in a relatively tough matchup. So trust your gut. It's really tough. Both are really good starts. Mr. Sarcastic, what's up, man? Happy Thanksgiving to you. We go on with the over-under Dak 257.5. It's really tough because I think if this game gets competitive and stays competitive, that we want to take the over. But this game has a very strong chance it does not stay competitive or it goes defensive. You know, with the way both these teams play. So that would probably result in the under. But I like on a weekly basis, I've liked Dak like around that mark of a little bit over 250 passing yards, you know. 250 in week 8, 265 in week 10, 276 in week 11. You know, so it's very close odds here. You know, it's not a very risky bet because if you do take the boost, you're only betting $1, right? And then it's probably going to be a 5-way parlay, right? It's a 5-pick 100x, but you can only do $1 on it. So it's like it's not very risky. So I'd probably take the over. Zachary, Chiefs or Ravens, D? Chiefs, but it's super close. Both are phenomenal starts. Super close. Jeff, should I drop Eli Mitchell for Rachaad White? Yes, I would, because Rachaad White is going to see more volume immediately. Wendy, Ayuk, DPJ, or Patterson? I go Ayuk, easy. Give me Ayuk all day long. Happy Paul, just got Andrews, AJ Brown, and Mixon for Walker, Freiermuth, and Cooper. What side is the winning? What side is winning here? Very close. Cooper versus AJ Brown. I probably go Brown. Andrews over Freiermuth. I gotta go with Andrews. I'm sorry, and then I gotta go Walker over Mixon. But it's very close. I'll probably take the first side. It's very, very, very close. Do you start Gibson or Pierce? I'd start Gibson. Pierce a bad matchup. Backup quarterback. Give me Gibson. Higher ceiling there. Jason, Dak or Murray? I'm inclined to play Murray because I already have JJ and Cook playing today. Kind of don't want so many players going today. Thoughts? I'm a little bit worried about Kyler right now. This is like, it's not a bad matchup per se. It's not the best. I mean, trust your gut, but I would probably start Dak personally. Kittle or Schultz? Kittle, a bad matchup. Boom or bust. We loved him last week. Schultz for a floor, Kittle for upside, but far more risk. Metcalf or Monty? I go Metcalf. Wendy started Allen, Pollard, Cook, Higgins, Waddle, Everett. Yeah, I go Ayuk in the flex, bro. Happy Thanksgiving to you, bro. I go Ayuk. Rashad or Aaron Jones? I probably go Aaron Jones, but Rachaad White is perfectly fine. Keep an eye. If Fournette is out, I might go Rachaad White. I have Najee, Kamara, Saquon, and JT. What do I do? Believe it or not, you're probably sitting Saquon or Kamara. They both have bad matchups. Saquon, I don't know, man. I'm probably starting Saquon. It's tough. Najee and JT, I'd probably want to start, though. They had the more favorable matchups. Nick, Gabe Davis, Burks, or Singletary for flex. Give me the upside. Half PPR. Give me Singletary. Yeah, give me Singletary and half PPR. Nick, Gabe Davis, Olave, or Pollard. Gosh, all are good options. All are good options. Give me Pollard. I'm riding the Pollard train. All right, guys, I'm going to start winding things down in about the next 5 minutes. So make sure you guys hit that like button on the way out. I'm going to finish through the bottom of the chat. Then I got to bounce and go spend some time with the family. So I appreciate you guys, man. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys. And we're going to wrap things up here as I finish out the chat. Alex just got offered ETN, Evans, and Dillon. Currently own Adams, Deontay Johnson, Cook, Stevenson, White, and Gus. Just got offered ETN. I would keep ETN there. I would keep... Yeah, I would keep ETN. Wendy, we got you. LBR, Ingram, Allen Robinson for Ingram and Allen Robinson for Knox. No, I keep Ingram. I think he'll bounce back. But if you want to make the move, it's fine. I don't think you're losing a lot there. Happy Thanksgiving. Tyler Bass or Myers. Both are great starts. The weather's not looking great for the Seahawks, so I go Bass. Who would you sit out of Higgins, Mike Evans, Wilson, Jones, JT, AJ Brown? Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. I mean, you got all good options. It might be a rainy game for the Bucks, so maybe sit Mike Evans. We'll go by weather. Schultz or Hawkinson? I go Hawkinson. I like Hawkinson today. Alex, I just don't think Dylan, like, I just haven't seen enough. Like, Dylan's just a pure handcuff. I mean, your receivers, you got Adams and Johnson. So if you really want to go out and get Evans, I'm not against it. But I just think ETN is ultimately the better player out of the three. So I'd hold on to that running back value, especially since ETN plays Houston in the fantasy championship. But you have good running back depth. If you want to make the move for a receiver and get an extra handcuff, I'm not completely against it. But I just like ETN right now is all. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for today's stream. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Thank you guys so much for spending part of your holiday here at the channel. Thank you guys most importantly for the fantasy questions. We went a little bit over an hour. Just want to get a nice hour-long stream in with you guys, talk some fantasy, talk some of the Thanksgiving days, and wish you guys a happy Thanksgiving. So thank you guys so much for everything that you guys do for the community. Thank you guys for being a part of the community. Love you guys, man. Love this community. Love the Catch fam. The channel would not be where it is without you guys. So seriously, I'm so grateful for each and every one of you guys. Thank you guys for everything that you've done for the channel and for the community. Guys, sit back today, relax, enjoy some time with your family, with your loved ones. Eat some good food, watch some good football. Don't let fantasy get too much in the way. I appreciate you guys so much, man. I really do. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to join our Discord. Make sure to follow us on Instagram. Both links are in the description down below. We are running a Thanksgiving Day giveaway on Discord today. Post a picture of your Thanksgiving Day plate of your food for the day to win a prize, potentially. Thank you guys to all the new subscribers today. Welcome to it. And thank you guys so much for all the super chats. Thank you guys for everything that you guys do. That's going to do it. Smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel. And enjoy your Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to all you guys. With that, I'll say thank you guys so much for watching and or listening. And remember, you saw it here on The Catch. And